welcome back to Motivation Monday. So this Motivation Monday is gonna be more of a coffee talk. So I got my coffee ready to go, and y'all, I'm super excited. This is my first time having coffee in almost a year. The last time I had coffee was, I wanna say, in December. I can have coffee now because my stomach's finally under control, and like, TMI, I'm pretty constipated, so this should get things flowing, if you know what I'm saying. The topic of this Motivation Monday video will be all about finding positivity in every situation. As hard as that is, it's possible. It's hard, but it's possible. Before we get into this video, if you're new, welcome to my channel. My name's Cheyann. If you haven't already, definitely subscribe to my channel. It'll be down here. Just click it, you know you want to join and be a part of this awesome family we have going. And also, don't forget to follow me on social media, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. Instagram is my ish, that's where I'm at all the time, so definitely follow me on Instagram. I'll have those over here for you, or over here. I don't know which side it is, it's always opposite, so one of these sides will be on there, just like a bird. So I'm just gonna quit talking and let's just jump right into this video on how to stay positive in every situation. Number one, retraining your thoughts. This is probably one of the hardest things to do, is retraining the way your brain thinks and how you process things and just how you view like overall situations. Trust me, I'm still learning to do this. It's a process and not a destination. You're not just gonna wake up one morning and be like, boom, I'm out of bed. No matter what hits me, I'm gonna be positive and no negative situation can bring me down. Like, I'm calling bull crap. You can't do it. You can't do it. No matter how happy you are, if you fart rainbows and butterflies, you still cannot do it. It's impossible. I won't say it's impossible, but it's extremely hard. And if you're that one person who can fart rainbows and butterflies and no negativity like can bring you down, call me, because I want to know like what you're drinking for one to make you fart rainbows and butterflies. That just took like a wild turn for no reason. Basically, it's all about retraining how you think, and don't get hard on yourself if you're in a situation and it's kind of crappy and you catch yourself thinking bad thoughts or being negative or catch yourself getting down. I want you to know it's okay. I still catch myself getting negative, but what I've learned is how to redirect my thoughts and learning to catch when I'm slipping. So that's what you really have to work on, is learning to retrain your brain and your thoughts. And that goes into number two, is the law of attraction. Putting positivity out there to get positivity in return. If you watched my last Motivation Monday video, you saw that I talked about The Secret, the book The Secret, or the movie. And like I said, I highly suggest you watch it because it's all about the law of attraction. What you put out in the universe is you get back in return. And I completely agree with this. Example of turning a negative situation or negative thinking into a positive situation or positive thinking is this. If you wake up and you're running late and you're rushing and things just kind of don't seem like they're going smoothly, just kind of stop and just breathe and evaluate. And instead of like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be late, oh my gosh, I can't believe I just spilled that, this day is gonna be horrible, your day is gonna be horrible because you just put that out there. By you not even saying it, but just thinking that your day is already rushed and crap and just it's already going bad, so what else can happen? You're already inviting whatever else kind of chaos into your life. So instead of inviting that chaos in, just stop for a minute or even 30 seconds and just take a couple deep breaths and just calm yourself and center yourself and realize that, okay, this day has started off rough, but what can I do to change it to make it better? If you're already running late, instead of rushing trying to get to a place on time, just kind of accept the fact you're gonna be late, slow down so you don't, for one, hurt yourself or somebody else, and you can collect your thoughts, and then you can see, okay, my thoughts are collected, this morning was rough, how am I gonna make this morning better? So maybe at lunchtime, instead of sitting at your desk and continuously working, take your lunch break and go to Starbucks and get your favorite drink, or go to your favorite restaurant and get a to-go order. Just do something to kind of change day around and your mood around, and just think positively. So it's just all about just tweaking things and your thinking. So that is tip number 2. Tip number 3. Each situation should be used as a new learning tool. So I've learned, especially through this battle with cancer, that as harsh as this is gonna sound for, people who thought they were my friends out there, I really don't have that many friends. And that was a really harsh reality for me to get, especially coming back to Washington. I thought coming back to Washington, I would have, just a ton of friends and everything. And this is a pretty prime example that I'm gonna explain, and it might upset some people because it has a lot to do with me and my personal experience that I've experienced coming back home to Washington. So coming back home to Washington while I battled cancer, I thought I would have a ton of friends and everything, and don't get me wrong, I've had a ton of support here, but I thought I would have my friends, around a lot more. And what I've learned is I've had a lot of friends come to me when they needed something. Before I got sick, I would reach out to not a lot of people up here, but some people up here, and they wouldn't give me the time of day. They wouldn't want to hang out when I would come up here, or they say they would and then they completely flake on me. Once my Instagram blew up, that's when those friends started to come around more. I had a couple friends who would visit me in the hospital, and the first thing they said to me is, "Let's take a picture and put it on Instagram." Really? And one of my extremely good friends here hasn't seen me in over a year. Never once came to see me in the hospital or anything. And that was one of my best friends in Washington. So that was a really harsh reality for me. But that goes into, each situation is a learning tool. And as hard as this situation has been for me, knowing that I don't really have those people that I thought were there, that I would give my shirt off my back for them, and I've done to a couple of them, they haven't done that in return, and that just showed me who my real friends are. And each situation is definitely a learning tool, and in this negative situation, I have found the positivity in it, because I found that I have a small group of friends, but those friends that I do have, I will have for a lifetime. A lifetime. So, as negative and as crappy as that is, I thought I had some really good friends out here. It was my choice to also cut them out because they were bringing me down and I was getting drained from that. It sucks, but it's definitely been a positive situation because I know who my true friends are, and I couldn't be more thankful for them. Tip 4 goes into this, is get away from the negative people. So this definitely goes into the last tip. Just get away from the negative people. They will literally bring you down. As hard as it will be to cut some people out of your life, especially if they're really good friends, or if they're family, or even if they're your significant other. At the end of the day, you have to do what's best for you. You can't put other people's feelings first. You have to put yourself first in these situations, especially when you're constantly getting brought down and you just don't feel good about yourself anymore. One of the hardest things about identifying if you're around negative people or if you're in a situation is identifying it. That's literally the hardest part, is identifying if you are, because we're so blinded by the fact that we really care for somebody and we really like their friendship, whatever it is, that we're blinded to the fact that those people bring zero positivity into our life. If those people are constantly complaining, constantly have just negative things to say, they can't see just the happiness or the positivity just in the smallest things, that's your cue, and that's a sign that you kind of need to pull back from those people and distance yourself. Because when you constantly have a person in your life who is just always negative and complaining, that will rub off on you, and then you'll start to catch yourself constantly complaining or thinking like, kind of dark, sad thoughts, if that makes sense. Basically, you need to surround yourself with people who will bring value to your life and who will not only elevate you to the next level, but who will skyrocket you to the next level, especially if you're constantly hanging out with people who are so negative. They're not gonna get you to that next level of loving yourself. The company you keep around you is, in a way, a big reflection of you and how you feel about yourself. So if you're around people who are just very negative and sad and just kind of hate life and they just have nothing good to say, people are gonna see that as a reflection of you and how you view yourself. But if you're with people who are always happy and positive and just wanna help uplift you and not bring you down, people are gonna see that not only in like the reflection of yourself because you're gonna feel good about yourself, but they're gonna see that in all your actions, in your words, and just how you carry yourself. So when you're hanging around with not so good people and negative people, I guarantee you'll start to realize that you don't feel good on the inside. When you start hanging around those people who are just happy and just ready to conquer the day and just wanna help others, you'll really start to realize that you'll feel great about yourself and that you'll want to help others to feel great about themselves. Now, I'm not saying that I'm positive 24/7. There's times where I'm negative, don't get me wrong, but the big difference between being negative every once in a while and negative people is that negative people are constantly negative. If you're negative every once in a while, it's okay, you're human. That goes into don't get discouraged. It takes time to be positive. I'm still negative every once in a while. Like this rainy, icky weather. It sucks. Absolutely sucks. But it is what it is. You just gotta turn things around. But it's okay to be negative, but it's not okay to constantly be negative. So don't get hard on yourself if you have a negative thought or just a bad day. It's okay. Before I got sick, I didn't realize how negative I actually was in situations. I was pretty negative. But since getting diagnosed with cancer, I've really learned that it could be worse. It's okay to have those days where you're having an off day, but just learning to like reevaluate and kind of rethink your thinking will get you so far. So far. Let's get some coffee in. Alright guys, that is it for this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this topic of Motivation Monday on how to find positivity in every situation. I want you guys to know though that it's okay to have those bad days. It's perfectly okay, we're human, but what's not okay is letting those bad days flow into bad weeks and bad months. But it all starts with you, so I want you guys to go out there and conquer your day. And remember that you're beautiful just the way you are. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!